morning. We're trying to see if T has a voice yet this morning, but I bet she doesn't. Nah, she doesn't. Ah-ha. So here we are, folks. I get to say what I want to say before she comes. Oh, I
I'm
heard
here.
clap.
I am here. What is up, everybody? This is Tea Time with Robyn. I am T. She is Robyn. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
We know what's up.
Oh, we are on the Building Buffalo Network. Go over there, check out some amazing content Monday through Sunday. I don't know what it is in the summertime, but during the season, it's Monday through Sunday. So it's good though.
So, welcome to our show today. Let us just all have one good look right now at T's face. Let us see, what does the face of a championship winner,
Oh my
somebody
God.
who followed this team since the early days.
Yes.
She is here, folks, to tell us later on. I'm going to quiz her about the New York Knicks.
I am so stoked. I cannot wait. Like, it's no better feeling. I want this feeling when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, guys.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Because I got to tell you, I was living through you, and I'm going to talk later. I got questions for T that I'm going to ask her about this road to victory that she was on. And there is so much comparison to the frustration that many of us have felt, both with the Bills and the Sabres, for that matter, too. So, congratulations, T.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nobody's been happier for you than me. I swear to God, I've been jumping up and down ever since it happened because I know how much it meant to you.
Yeah. And for those of people, and listen, I am from Niagara Falls, New York. I am from Buffalo, New York. I am not originally from New York, but as the 90s, early 90s, I have been a fan of this team for a long time. So you can't tell me that I am not a Knicks fan. So
no
whatever.
Fan. You're not a bandwagoner.
I am not. Never. I'll tell you this though. I've stepped back from them because those years, it's just like you're right, and we're gonna get into it. It was just like about being a Buffalo Bill. So I'll leave that for later.
Save the good stuff for later.
Yeah. What is up, Sandra?
To talk about.
What's up?
Hi, Sandra.
We do have some stuff to talk about when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. The mandatory minicamp has happened. It is over. It is done. Every Buffalo Bills was present, which is great for the Bills organization because we don't have any drama.
No drama is
good.
And
right. And it's what I'm thinking this season is because everybody is so hyped when it comes to New England, and the Bills again won't be able to get it done, and new coach, new OC, new DC, all of this. I like the fact that people are like, counting us out. I like that. I do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I just don't look at the Bills. Look at the Bills. Look at the Bills. Don't look at them.
Don't.
So
I
like where we're at. Speaking of this organization, minicamp or mandatory minicamp, let's talk about Dorian Williams.
That's a load,
right? Dorian Williams came up to minicamp and was on crutches, and we was wondering why we haven't seen Dorian Williams
during OTAs, right?
Right. What's going on? What happened? Why isn't he there? Well, came to find out Dorian is on crutches. And I totally forgot that Dorian had an injury last year and he left the game with a neck injury. So then coming to mandatory, minicamp, on crutches, you're just like,
Wait a
okay,
minute.
what's happening here? What's happening?
Exactly.
Um, Joe Brady said he is anticipating him to be ready for training camp. So,
So this smells, of course, but one also wonders, did he have a cleanup surgery?
right.
Something that was nagging him that Joe and the rest of the coaches said, you know what, maybe you need to get this taken care of before training camp. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but it was telling that he wasn't for any OTAs because he was last year. So it was like odd feeling that he wasn't around for any of the OTAs. Then he shows up with crutches and nobody knows what to think about this. And we have to ask the question, we have to ask it, is Caleb Elarm's or moving his way into a roster spot ahead of Dorian?
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay.
Oh, rumored that it's his ankle. Thanks, John, for the
Thanks,
comment.
John. And John, I don't know when it comes to the kick return, punt return.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that once we come back, and we're going to talk about that later on in this episode when me and Robert we're going to be taking a break. But we'll have more of that information. I want to say later on in July. But ankle rumored. Wow. But or if Williams is not careful, there's always someone buying for your position. Always. It is what it is. It's NFL is not for too long, right? So if you're injured and you're not there, just hey, best believe someone will be there. You know what I mean? So,
And speaking of someone being there, this is not just any old someone who may be there. I want to know what you think, T, because I've listened now to what we've heard. Elarm. I'm going to never get his name right.
I
Do you
just
want
say
me?
or. I know it's a lot. It's a mouthful.
It's the R part that gets me.
Yes.
The Elam, because I'm used to Kair Elam, right?
Right.
Whatever. But the point is, we're at this point now where we've heard from or a couple of times. Every time I see him, I'm struck by how serious he is.
Mm-hmm.
Does he crack a smile?
I know. Right. He's a serious cat.
He is very serious. And I believe him when he says, I got the green dot, man. I had the green dot last year. I want the green dot this year.
I wouldn't be mad because week 1 he said he wants to start, and the way that this DC Jim Leonard is talking about him, and when he talks about him, he just gets this little spark in his eye. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not, and that means you move over Bernard to a position to where it better suits him.
Yeah, because Milano really had his Bernard's natural position.
Mm-hmm.
And so they weren't going to move Milano. Well, now Milano's not on the roster, at least yet. We'll
Right.
talk about that. But yeah, you could move Bernard. You could move Bernard easily
Mm-hmm.
and leave Orr on the inside. And who knows with Leonard how many linebackers they're going to use, because I would imagine that's going to vary depending on the opponents, et cetera, and he's going to be moving people around. So Dorian, he didn't help himself, that's for sure. And Orr isn't messing around.
Yeah, isn't Williams up for
Contract?
Yeah, right.
It's his contract year.
Yeah,
so
that's what I thought.
You would have thought that he would be all over being there in a contract year,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not. We don't know. As John Roberts said, maybe it is his ankle. that could have been a clean out thing too. There might have been something that was bothering him that they felt like they needed to get it taken care of before training camp. It's the only
Right.
thing I can think of, unless he injured himself during the off season, not doing, something farting around on his own. Hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to think it was more something like a cleanup surgery, especially the way that Joe Brady talked about it. Like you said, T, he
Mm-hmm.
talked about it like it was like, don't worry about it. It'll be a training camp.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, these, and we're going to talk about training camp too later on as well. I just think these battles are going to be very interesting when training camp happens. And that's all I want to say of that, because then I'm going to roll over into training camp and what Joe Brady said. So let's not. But let's move on to someone that I had no idea when he said it. He was serious about it. Michael Hoyt is looking amazing after 7 months from what was it
Achilles.
Achilles. Was doing individual drills, like, huh?
Well, here's what's happened. And this is great news. I mean, no doubt about it. It's great news. But I think we've mentioned this before on some other podcasts. The surgery that they do for an Achilles injury now is different.
Yes.
It's a new technique. They actually take a grater almost and they grate down that Achilles tendon and lock it on so it heals better. It
Right.
heals faster. It heals with a better outcome. So we've seen this now with enough players coming back from an Achilles in less than a year
Mm-hmm.
that it's a for real thing.
Right.
So I don't have any doubt, because I would have thought before this new surgery, I would have thought, Michael Hoyt, you're talking pie in the sky.
Yeah. End of the season, middle of the season, at least. At
At least.
least.
And then,
Right.
are you 100%? Probably not.
Right.
But from what I've seen from this new procedure, these guys come back and they're in pretty good shape when they do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I believe him. And I just hope, because this is what we need from Michael, is that he doesn't overdo it,
Yeah.
because he's insane.
Yeah.
We know about Michael Hoyt and his insanity
Yeah.
and how he plays the game. So he doesn't go less than
Uh-huh.
110%.
Well,
Oh,
he said, this is what he said, and I quote, he said, for the first for 7 quarters, I felt like I was the best player in the NFL. Oh, let me play it. Let me play it.
I got to hear that. That's great, T.
Let me see if I can find it, because he's a riot, I tell you. Oh, yeah, it's off. Okay. Wait.
That's just awesome. I love hearing it. We get, we
Ah,
need guys like this. He's got to be Jim
How he-
Leonard's
He had a very
dream.
clear direction of what he wanted this team to be, how he wanted it to be run. And I think he's very much executed that. He's really relied heavily on some of the sports science and, some of the crew
talking about Joe Brady.
that, we've had in the building to be able to, tweak some things here and there to make sure that we're getting the most amount of, us as players and take good feedback. And he's also just a great guy to be around. I think he makes being around here, a fun place to be. And
So I want to switch it up a little bit, because yes, Michael Hoyt is 100, right? And so is Joe Brady.
Yeah.
But in this interview, he spoke about Joe Brady and how fun he is and how free he is. And we're going to speak about Joe Brady too later on. This is not the first time we've heard players say things about Joe Brady being relaxed, being free, being yourself. And not to take away, again, anything from what Sean McDermott did. I think Sean McDermott was necessary because of what the Bills were coming out of. And they needed that because it was a shit show when they had Rex Ryan. So, and having the flip side of that, having a Sean McDermott to where everything is meticulous down to everything. Now you have Now it's like raising a kid. I have to have you this way, but when you reach 14, 15, 16, I cannot raise you that way anymore. These
Mm,
guys needed that, but also too, they also need those hands off now, mom and dad.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing from these guys is the fact that they can fart free now.
Farting free. There's something to be said for that. And let it
He had a very
flow,
clear
right?
Oh
direction
shoot!
of what he wanted.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. If farting free is the name of the game, then we're in good shape.
Right.
And the guys are saying, and other even media members have mentioned this. I think it was Matt Bove, it might have been somebody else, but I think it was Matt Bove who was talking about how there is a different vibe. There
Mm-hmm.
is a different feel,
Right.
even all the way to Josh Allen, in terms of there being less less buttholes puckered and letting the
Right.
farts flow free.
Right.
And there is something to be said for that. And do I think that it's going to go too far the other way? He's going to become Rex Ryan? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But we do have to see, and it will come, I don't know when, but we're going to see what happens the first time Joe Brady hits a rough patch, because
Mm-hmm.
there's always rough patches in coaching. There
Mm-hmm.
always are rough patches. And so whatever it is, because I can't predict what it's going to be, but something's going to happen that's going to require Joe Brady to be a disciplinarian, to set the tone for the team, etc. And we're going to see how well he does that. I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, me too. And you know what? Since we're talking about Joe Brady, let's just go right into Joe Brady because we're moving around. I mean, it's loose.
We will.
So, right. So Joe Brady had an interview with Matt Prina, right? Yes.
Mhm.
On Me and Robin checked it out, and my this job has been in the works for Joe Brady for some time, ever since he was in college. He thanked Sean McDermott, and you know, I Robin just told me this. I didn't know. Like I don't really know the ins and outs of certain things, and I just assumed that when you fire a head coach, everybody doesn't go. But Robin told me no, everybody's fired, and I'm like, oh, okay, everybody's fired. So I think Joe put himself in a position to be in a good position to be the next head coach for the Buffalo Bills because this has been what he's been wanting to do his whole life, even if he didn't know it. He was in line of being that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What did you take from that presser? I mean that interview with Joe.
I thought it was very authentic when he used the term broken. When he
Right.
said, "I was broken when Sean McDermott was fired," it kind of like, whoa, caught my ear,
Me
you know?
too. I was like, broken? Okay. I'm here for it.
That was a word. That was a word, and the way that he used it got my attention, and when he talked about it, it got my attention because basically he explained what it was like for him personally to go through the experience of being fired
Mm-hmm.
and or losing your job,
Right.
maybe that's a better way to look at it, when there's a coaching change, because that happened to him with the Panthers. And
Right.
so he had an experience. He felt that to the bone, it sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't? But he took it in a very different direction in terms of, well, what do I have to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Well, you become a head coach and you have more power, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
he has more power now, over more self-control. The only
Right.
person who's over and above him, persons, would be Bean and Pagula.
Right.
And so he's finally at a point where he's able to do what he sees as his vision as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he felt like a little bit pulled in terms of, yeah, I want to be a head coach, but I sure don't want to shit on Sean McDermott in the
Right.
process,
Right.
because if it wasn't for Sean McDermott, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
And so he pulled with his emotions, I'm sure, in that way. So I thought it was a very I thought it was a very authentic response in
Mm-hmm.
terms of being very real, and using the word broken just kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it caught me off guard too because I was just like, okay, I would have never thought that maybe from my words, hesitant, right? Don't know what to expect. Maybe that, but broken. I don't know about the word broken, but I mean his words, not mine. Um, let's jump back into some injuries. Cole Bishop didn't practice at all. I want to say he had a scope in his knee, his left knee, this off season, so he wasn't participating, I guess, in any of the practices when the media was out there. So not too worried about Bishop.
No, and I think people need to get off Cole Bishop's butt. Seriously, he was injured. Yes. This is what, going into his third year. He
Mm-hmm.
missed OTAs, both sets of OTAs. Yeah, he did. And oh, yeah, he's coming back, and oh, he's injured again. Well, not really. He went and
Right.
had a cleanup surgery.
Right.
So I don't know when they plan to do those things. Like, should they have done it like the day after the season ended, or whatever? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what was going on at the time. But he did get his knee scoped. My hope is that we're not going to be dealing with a Dalton Kincaid kind of situation
Mm-hmm.
where, we've been going along, going along, going along. If he needed that knee scope, I'm happy as heck that he got it done.
I mean, if
And I
he go ahead.
big,
Sorry.
big year with CJ
Right.
Gardner Johnson. I think that those two are going to rival Poyer and Hyde. I do. I think they're
I do
complementary.
too because I think they're Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Yes. Yes.
And someone
Yes.
we call them salt and pepper.
Yes. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's perfect. So, Cole, I'm glad you got your knee done. I hope that this means that from this point forward, you can have a successful season without a lot of injuries, because we're ready for you to roll. And he was just showing us what he could do last year. He was
Mm-hmm.
just giving us the tip of the iceberg.
And
And
he showed us what we could do, what he could do last year with no, because
with no help.
right, yeah, yeah. So I'm not worried about Cole Bishop. He's farthest from my worry measure. But one person I am worried about, that I will continue to worry about, I think that Brandon Beane and at the time Sean McDermott, I didn't like this signing. Yes, we needed another wide receiver. Yes, we needed a big body. Josh Palmer being injured and not practicing, or practicing a side. Talk. What the hell?
Two words come to mind. Curtis.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Robyn. Thank you. Like another.
And I don't know what your thoughts are, but the little bit that we did see Josh Palmer
was great.
I never thought that he had particularly good chemistry with Josh. Did you?
You can't have it if you're never there. You ran a wrong route the one time, and then the one that you did that we were so excited about in Atlanta, the give and go wide open, and then you injured yourself on that play. It was just like, you're like, oh my God, yes. You're like, get up. Come on, get up. Ay, Dios mío, what's happening here?
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that he could be packaged in a trade deal, maybe during training camp? If there's an injury or
I don't know, because who wants him if he's always injured?
He solidified his history as an injured player.
It was like you
Injured
said.
in San Fran or in LA, right?
Yeah.
He was always injured there too.
It's like another Curtis Samuel deal. Look at you. You got the pot. You got the Bucks like Curtis. Curtis was never freaking here either, and he went and got the bag, and here you are, second up. Freaking like, come on, dude. Come on. Ridiculous. I don't know. Here's my hot take. So this is what Palmer said after the Atlanta game when he got injured. He said, I pushed myself back to play, but his body needed time. He said he didn't need surgery, or he didn't need to have surgery. He's just going to ramp it up in pre-camp and mini camp. I'm sorry. My hot take is I don't think he's on the team, and I think Brandon Cooks is on the team.
I would much rather have Brandon Cooks playing his role. Much rather.
Yeah, me too. And the reason why I say this is because when Brandon Cooks came on the team, you seen the offense change. It spread. It was much more vertical, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, why not? It'll be a cheap deal. If you get Brandon Cooks, you're not gonna go out and get him this big money.
No.
So yeah, I'm with it. That's my hot take. I think that
I like your hot takes.
Brandon Cooks will be on the field where Josh Palmer will not be. But I think it's time, Robyn. I think it's time for Spill the Tea.
I think it's time.
All righty, here we go, yo.
Come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spare no dirty deed. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
And I get to spill the tea today, folks. Because
yes, she does.
I have a few questions for T. And the reason that I thought this was important to discuss is because all of us who aren't necessarily longtime Knicks fans want to know, what is it like? Because we're hoping someday with the Bills or the Sabres, we get to experience what T just experienced with the Knicks, because she's been a lifelong Knicks fan. So I have questions for her, and they're serious questions, because I want to know what it was like, this whole process for you, T. So my first question, first question, when did you feel like the Knicks this year were going to be different, if at all? Did you feel that way? Them during the season.
During the season, I'll go back to last season. I thought, well, when they hired
the new coach,
Mike Brown, when they hired a new coach, because I thought Tibbs was just running these guys to the ground. They didn't have a bench, and you need a bench in the playoffs. You need maybe like 4 solid guys. You know, you need to give your big guys, your point guard, your big fella, you got to give them time. You got to give them rest. Last year they didn't have that. Tibbs ran these guys down to the ground to where they was exhausted. When they hired
playoffs last year,
they did.
Okay.
When they hired Mike Brown, and Mike Brown he got fired with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He also coached underneath Pop with San Antonio. He got fired when it came to Sacramento. Like, he's had a history of his ups and his downs, and he's won a championship. But when they brought him in, I thought it was like the best. When they started using their bench, which you're going to use when you use your bench during the regular season, these guys are being prepared for that push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So also thought it was just this year for them, it was just different. You felt it. You watched them. The togetherness from them. You can see when a team is together. When you depend on your brother or your sister, you can see that. You can see. You can't fake family. You can't fake that. And these guys played like brothers, and it showed. So when the playoffs happened, I was just like, I think this might be their year.
That's what I was leading right into my second question. How confident were you going into the playoffs?
Oh, I was confident. I was really confident because they were playing so well. The first series against the Hawks, it was kind of like filling themselves out because they were placed third, seeding third. But I knew once Boston was out, I knew they had a chance to win it. I was secure on that side of it.
Mm-hmm.
The West is just a different beast, but
Right.
I was secure with the East and the Knicks winning on that side because I just didn't think anybody could, had the competition or the togetherness when it came to the Knicks team.
Okay, so switching gears a little bit, moving forward from the playoffs, what did it feel like when they won?
Oh man.
What were you feeling?
Oh man. So if people haven't watched our other pod, Robyn, I don't know what it is. I can watch a Bills game down to 13 seconds. I can stand there and watch it and be in it. But when it comes to basketball, especially the Knicks, one game I just fell asleep because I was like, I'm just too nervous. I can't watch it. I went to bed. Mike was texting me in the middle of the night. I woke up. I was like, oh my God, I hope they won. I got a text from Mike. Oh my God. Yeah. I texted him back. I was like, I didn't even see it. He was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, oh shit. I said, let me go back and watch. And that was game 3. Game 3 when they came back from 29 points. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I was so freaking nervous. I got to down 5. And I was like, I'm going to bed.
The nerves were too much.
And my nerves just took over. I said, I couldn't do it. Just took over. So, yeah. But game 5. No, game 4 was when they came back from 30, right? 13, yeah, 13. 29 points. Game 5, I sat and watched it. It was nerve-wracking as hell. I was texting Mike. I said, I'm going to sleep. He said, you better not. I was like, I'm playing. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I went from outside watching it to upstairs in our bedroom. And then I'm like, damn, I need to be somewhere. I said, because I'm on a screen. And lay sleep. I'm up just walking and just like, oh my God. Ugh. And when they won, it was just like, oh my God, I couldn't go to sleep. It was just, I want to have this feeling with the Bills because it's like you can't understand it as a fan. I was at a loss for words because it was like it's been 53 years and I've been a fan since the 90s of all of the Patrick Ewings, the Kenny Walkers, the John Starks, the
Oh yeah.
Mo Cheeks,
Mo Cheeks.
Allen Houston, Carmelo Anthony, all of these guys. So it's Marbury. It was a lot, and the parade's on right now. So it's finally, just finally, and for everyone who says that if you're not from New York, you can't be a Knicks fan. screw you and screw yourself, because again, some of y'all who are New Yorkers are Knicks fans. I've been a Knicks fan longer than you've been alive. So you can't tell me I'm not a Knicks fan. Okay. I've gone to New York City several times. I went to the Garden. Like, you can't tell me that. You can't. You are not going to take this joy away from me. I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. I played basketball. You're not going to take it. So screw you, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how do you feel now that the dust has settled? A little.
I want to go to New York City.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I want to go to New York City. We are going to CT in July. So I want to see if we could just go there and just walk around a little bit to smell get it on me.
All that championship stuff all over you.
Yes.
Before training camp.
Right. We're going July 18th.
Perfect.
So
right before training camp.
Right before training camp.
You just rub that championship stuff all over, T.
Exactly.
Bring it back with you.
And I get it. I get how it's like a connection with the Buffalo Bills and the Knicks. And I want that next year. I do. Like, I want us. I don't even know how to Robyn, it's going to be crazy because I live in Buffalo. I will take a whole week off and maybe longer. If the Bills win a Super Bowl, honey, forget about it. Forget about it. You thought that bus?
Be on the first plane to Buffalo, and I'm coming straight to your house. So we can enjoy it together.
Come on, because I don't even know what to do.
But you're prepared now.
Yes. I'm prepared. Very much prepared.
So
I just the feeling, and I cried a little bit because it's like it's been a long time, and not even that. It's like it is possible. Because, yes, I was a fan of the Bills for Super Bowls, but I wasn't a close fan. I've told this story before. My father told me, if you're going to watch football, you need to be a fan of the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, it's right here. And so the 4 Super Bowls, I was a far distant, fan, but I kept my eye on it. And again, for only personal reasons why I wasn't really a close-knit fan when it came to the Buffalo Bills. And you know why. But you cannot not help but to love the Buffalo Bills and the guy at the helm, Josh Allen. Like, how can you not like that? And if you don't, it's because you just don't like him and you don't like the Buffalo Bills. And that's cool. It's cool. But I want it for this city. I want it for you. I want it for me. I want it for the fans that's been there a long time. I want it for the fan that's been us to the Super Bowl 4 times and still with that heartbreak. I want that. I want people to experience oh my God, it is possible. Yes.
Well, I have to tell you, you give me a lot of hope.
Cool.
And it was fun. And I've only been a peripheral, I would say at best, basketball fan. But you got me watching those Knicks this year. And I was watching every game. My heart was pounding for you, because I kept saying, well, who do you want to win this game? I want the Knicks to win for T. That's what I said. All the fans like T who have waited and waited and waited and waited.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Basketball, yes, 2 different sports. And as a fan, you have no control over either one of those situations because you're not playing. But I can sit there and watch football like no other. Sometimes I just can't do it with basketball. I don't know what it is. And for Sandra to say the fans, listen, I don't guard how people fan how you want to fan. And I do understand, again, some of those fans are young fans, because when you have older fans, and no disrespect to the young people who are fanning when it comes to the Knicks, respectful and older fans don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. People are happy. Burning buses. Imagine the Bills winning Super Bowl, honey. There's going to be several burns of buses. Buses going to be burned. Look, I don't know. Yes, I don't even know what to tell you. I'll probably be like, hey guys, don't do that. I mean, come on, we can, you know what I mean? But
we have to be more creative. That's why I'm trying to plan ahead. See,
right. Spike Lee is on the freaking parade on the bus.
Spike
Lee. It's just crazy. Oh my God.
Hey, one more thing.
Yes.
Finished off this topic now. Thank you very much for sharing.
No problem. Yes, for sure.
But I think it's time for us to all take a step back, because we have a long way to wait until the 29th of July.
Yes, training camp starts. We are back, baby.
Training camp. What's up with this?
I wouldn't be shocked if this is it when it comes to Rochester. I wouldn't be shocked. There's only, what did I say, 7?
Yeah, 7.
Right?
I was shocked.
7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 practices, and the red, white, and blue, which is August 8th at 7:00 on a Saturday.
And they're all of the practices are 8:30 in the morning.
8:30.
No night practices.
No night practices. None. And what me and Robert were just looking at was they had 11 practices last year, 2025. And they all started and you're right. And I've gone to the practices. Well, why wouldn't I know that? They started at 8:45.
9:45.
I'm 9:45. My bad. 9:45.
So they're starting at 8:30 every practice.
A little weird. Yeah, I think he just wants to be, and nothing wrong with that. Like, you want your guys to be on their toes. You don't want something to roll over like the same as it was last year, right? This is a whole different. Yeah, exactly.
He wants to set his own tone. I get it.
And he said he wanted to practice these guys hard at training camp. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
Okay.
I don't know. See. Yeah, I don't know.
Now for us, this is it. We got to talk. We're going to be off for a few weeks, folks.
We're off for 2 weeks. We won't be back until 3. My bad. We won't be back until, what did I say?
July 9th.
July 9th. Because next week I'm away on vacation. Following week is 4th of July. And yeah, and we won't be back. But we'll have a lot to talk about. Yes, seven practices are open to the public. Yes. Thank you, John. But other than that, I think that's about it.
That's it. We're done. It's just
we are done, guys. We appreciate you guys for always tuning in and coming in and showing us some love. We appreciate that. I can get to go watch some more of the parade. Robyn, thank you for always tuning in. Always love you. I don't know what you guys are doing for Father's Day, but happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there. Appreciate you guys. And happy Juneteenth for some that celebrate tomorrow.
Yay, Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. And yeah, y'all, we're out. This has been Tea Time with Robyn. I am T. She is Robyn. We're out.
Love you.
Go Knicks!
Yes, go Knicks!
Peace, y'all.
Peace.